Hi, guys. It's Dr. Pam. How are you? Owner and founder of Academic Coaching for World Changers. And I to announce, and I think we've talked about it briefly before, but we are definitely in partnership and we're using an app that we help develop that we really love. You know that we really had tried to work with another major app, but what we found is we weren't able to write questions the way that we want to write them. If you spent any time with us, we will tell you all the time that the test is not like that big purple book. It's just not like that anymore. You get a few recall questions, but most of the questions are extremely vague. So we really wanted to take the time to write our own questions to help our clients prepare for the test. We've been around for over 10 years. We are excellent at what we do. In fact, we're the only company that does what we do. We're specializing in just mental health tutoring. So whether you're struggling with AP psychology while you're still in high school or anything else all the way up to your LMFT, your LPC, social work exams, all of those, that's what we do. We have a huge staff and we're all licensed professionals. So we are so glad I am so glad that I've been able to assemble this amazing team to help you pass. But this today is to really introduce our newest partnership, and this is with Brainscape. So I will tell you, and I'll tell you the price at the end. So hold on. I will tell you that it is great. So you can get when you log into Brainscape, you're going to always look for that Dr. Pam Academic Coaching for World Changers emblem. That means they're written by us. Right now, as of today, and this is the end of October, we have only released our NCE. Our CPCE questions were released in about a week. We're working on our LCSW questions, our BSW questions, our LMSW questions, my drug and alcohol questions. We'll get there. I promise you, we'll get there. You will have questions that are similar to the test because of the way that we research. We really interview almost everyone that has taken the test, and we want to make sure that did we do what we were supposed to do. The goal is these questions won't get stagnant. You won't get 800 questions and that's all you get. We're going to change these every 30 days. I know, I know, I know. I'm so excited. We want you to pass. It's always ever wanted. We think it's a stupid sheet of paper. Remember, we don't make you better counselors, better social workers, better clinicians. That is not my job. My job is to teach you how to be a better test taker because that's what you're missing. You don't have test taking skills. And I can tell you, everyone that I tutor, 4.0s, 3.8 in grad school, right? Smart kids, smart kids. I know that because they don't have study skills. So really, we sought out to find someone that would really support the way that we teach and us not have to start from the ground up. Yes, I hate to tell you this. My background is not in writing an app. Sorry, but I'm really good at what I do. And that's just tutoring. So as you see our app, you will see again, it is through Brainscape. And let me show you kind of the questions. So again, you're always going to look for our logo and you'll see the questions there. So there's lots of questions in each deck. You'll see in professional counseling right now there's 40, social diversity there's 53, 188 there, 21 there. So our goal though is they'll keep changing. You'll never see the same questions after 90 days. So then in research and program evaluation, there's 42 unique cards. On my CPCE, you'll find that more of those, because remember on the CPCE, there's 17 questions, but on the NCE, there's only 3 to 5. So let's look at a specific question. So I like the fact that you can do progressive or you can do random. So that means you want to talk about just learning professional orientation right now. Do you just want to work on the code of ethics? Now, remember, I want you to tie this back in to our videos, right? On our YouTube channel, we have tons of videos. And whether I taught it yesterday or taught it 10 years ago, I promise you the code of ethics hasn't changed. You still can take a gift. It just depends on what the reason is, right? So if someone ever told you you can't take a gift or they told you that there was a dollar amount, that's not true. The code of ethics doesn't say that. It says it depends. It depends. So a lot of our clients are really relying on either old material or something that somebody told them, which just isn't true for the test. So let's look at random. Let's just go through some questions and kind of see what it looks like. Let me start with social cultural diversity. They're loading my questions. Okay. Oh, this is a question that you have seen if you've taken the test recently. A counselor expresses discomfort discussing race based trauma with their white counselor. Which response best demonstrates a broaching approach? If you are not sure what broaching is, you need to go back and watch an ethics video, and I'll put a link in the chat box. I'm sorry, a culture video, and I'll put a link in the chat box so you make sure you understand what broaching is. Broaching is not a clinical term. We kind of stole it from the other professions. Broaching, it means that what we're going to do is we're not afraid to discuss the elephant in the room. We're not afraid that my counselor is white and my counselor would really say something. They're going to bring it up. So if we talk about definitely what's happening in America at this point, we're talking about sending many people back who are here illegally. If my client, I don't care if they're here legally or not, I could care less. That's not the point. But if my client has someone, they have a family member, their mother, their cousin, and I know that that's a concern for them, I am not going to wait for them to bring it up. I'm going to broach it. I'm going to bring it up. I'm going to talk about it. And remember, if you've watched us, we always talk about how we answer the questions. We're always going to read all 4 choices. We're going to rule out 2, and we're going to get down to 2. So let's look. I'll go back to the question, understand the question. A client expresses discomfort discussing race-based trauma with a white counselor. Which response best demonstrates broaching? So again, race-based trauma. And that could be something as I'm not American, or I'm of color, any of those things that doesn't match up, sorry, with my white counselor. So A, what would the counselor say to demonstrate broaching is what it's asking me. A, let's focus on the trauma itself, not the racial aspect. B, I want to acknowledge, that guys, I want to acknowledge that our racial identities are different and might influence our work together. Would you be open to discussing that? Wow. C, I work with many clients of your background, so I understand. And D, I'm not sure how to respond, but I'll do my best. So we're going to take out. I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to let you decide which 2 to take out. Okay. I'll give you a hint that C says, I work with many clients of your background, so I understand. No, you don't. You have never, ever walked in my shoes. Even if you look like me, you've never walked in my shoes as a Black woman, as Dr. Pam Turner. So you don't understand. You can empathize, but you do not understand. Okay, so we're going to rule out 2. We should get down to 2. And this, again, is based on the definition of broaching. And then you're going to come up with the answer, and you're going to check to see if it's right. Okay, so broaching says, I want to acknowledge that our racial identities are different, and that my work and that might influence our work together. Would you like to be open to explore that with me? So this is taking cultural diversity a step up, another step, because yes, I have a Black friend. That's great and all, but cultural competence means that I'm really supposed to be able to understand and to go out of my way to learn the culture of my client. So what I want you to understand is there's tons of questions like this, and they'll change like the other programs. If you buy through us, you get 90 days access for about $30. So if you buy through Brainscape, which we love, it's going to be the same price as our competitors, which is $19.99 a month. But if you buy through us, it's I'm sorry. I think it's about $30. I know it's about $30. It might be $29.99, but I don't know. But honestly, I'll put a link in the chat box. You do have to reach out to us at our website or through our email, drpam2020@gmail.com. We want you to really learn through us. And those of you that watch our videos all the time, and you're asking me where do the questions come from, it's because many times we've just written our own questions. And that's based on our experience of interviewing so many test takers. Remind you, I'm a college professor, at least for a couple of more weeks. And I teach, I learn every day. So we want to make these questions fresh and new. So 90 days, you might have seen this. And if you get after another 90 days, you'll see different questions. Parallel forms, right? The same kind of thing, but we're always going to keep you updated and fresh and have you keep learning, 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 learning. We're so excited with this arrangement that we have. So please check us out. And to get the deal, be sure that you email us, and I'll put all the information below. Guys, I hope I see you in an actual session with me. We've got boot camp coming up. Our next one is coming up. We do it the first of every month, and the first of every month, that's when you get to talk back to me. If you've been watching my videos and you're talking back to the screen, and like, Dr. Pam, I know this answer. Join me for a live session. It's worth it. It's worth it. I promise you, it'll be the best experience of your life. You will learn. It's interactive. I have never, ever been boring. No one's ever said that about me. Bye, guys. Thanks again for being world changers.